Everybody thinks the best sports talk is on the radio. It's not. It's at the barbershop. I should know. I'm Rob Parker, a sports analyst, and I own a barbershop in Detroit. And the cats in the barbershop, they think they know everything about sports.
This is Shop Talk.
Man, you know who I'm tired of? Jeremy Lin. He getting way too much juice.
So what you saying, he overrated?
Way too overrated.
Why he overrated, though? He putting up numbers. The Knicks winning now. Since Carmelo and Stoudemire not playing, man, they've been winning. So why he overrated?
You could put a million players in that situation. You give them that shot, you know what I'm saying? They do the same thing. I done seen players in the D League do the exact same thing, better numbers, and not get that shot that he got.
Right, and forgive me for saying this, but if he was black, it wouldn't even be the same height.
I mean, so you gonna hit the Floyd Mayweather type thing, right? I mean, what, they went 7-1 to start his career as a starter? Look at the numbers he putting up. Best numbers ever for a starter.
No, those are solid numbers. I'm not taking that away from him. What I'm saying is, if you put, it's several players you can put in that exact same situation and you get them same numbers.
Name them players, though. I mean, everybody always want to criticize when a guy being successful and he's winning because he's not out the norm. He wasn't a first-round draft pick or nothing like that. So now you want to kill him for that?
No. I'm not knocking that at all. You know what I'm saying? I actually salute that. What I'm saying is, it's guys who've been in the D League and have averaged way more than what he did in the D League. You know what I'm saying? It's guys who were first-round draft picks that never get the shot he got. But why? Let me ask you this: why is he starting? What did he do to deserve to start?
That's a great question, but we talking about the performance. I don't care about why.
It's a great
He's
performance.
performing, though.
It's a great performance. Why did he get the shot in the first place is the question. I'm asking you that.
I mean, I'm not Donnie Walsh. I mean, injuries, that's the best way you look at it. Let's talk about the performance. The guy is putting up numbers. He's balling. Now, you can say, ESPN is taking it to a whole nother level and promoting the guy and putting him on a whole nother level. But guess what? He's performing. Forget all that. It's New York City. It's Manhattan, baby.
Hold up, y'all. Everybody, check it out. Let's get back to Kyle about that Asian thing. So he's saying since he went to Harvard, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't get this notoriety or because he's Asian. I mean, what is he? I mean, let's get back to that, this black or Asian thing, because there's a lot of players out there, if they wasn't Asian, you know what I'm saying, they get that fame. But since he's Asian out here, Kyle saying it's a race thing. So I don't get it.
It's definitely a race thing. If he was a black man, he would not get as much hype as he's getting right now because he's Asian. Just like Yao Ming. When Yao Ming came into the league, 7-footer, you know, can shoot the ball, make the free throws. You know, he's getting that same hype because he's Asian.
Wait. See, that's where I beg to differ. LeBron James not Asian. Straight out of high school. He was getting pulled from 17 years old, a junior, a senior in high school. They ran commercials. They gave this guy $90 million from Nike. So David Stern is a great genius as far as marketing and so forth. Like, they got an Asian kid in New York, the #1 market. We can't call it racist because white people can say they was racist for giving LeBron James $90 million out of high school.
Okay, look, it's not necessarily racist, but you got to think of it like this. Like, it's like the Eminem factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, now Eminem,
phenomenon, basically.
He's personally one of my favorite rappers, but everybody knows he would have never sold all those records if he wasn't white. So Jeremy Lin is good. I'm not taking that away from him, but he's getting this pub because he's Asian. He's from Harvard.
It's in New York.
He's clean cut.
It's in New York.
He's the all-American guy right now.
Jeremy Lin getting way too much hype from the simple fact, like a couple of my guys in the barbershop said, if Jeremy Lin was black, this wouldn't be that big of an issue. I've seen other point guards get this same opportunity to come in and ball and don't get this kind of recognition, but because he's Asian, they're making it like the big counter Tebow thing of basketball. So it's a story, and they're making a lot out of it. What people are failing to realize is Jeremy Lin is doing this only because of the system that he's in. He just got cut from the Houston Rockets. He got cut from 3 other teams, from the Golden State Warriors. He got cut from all these teams because his game didn't fit this system. Now he's in a position where he's on a team that fits his system. Now he's balling. He's a system guy. So that lets me know that you're not that good.
Jeremy Lin is not top 5, but he's in the top 7, top 8 in the league right now, definitely.
Never.
Name me 7 PGs that's better than him.
Jeremy Lin is in the top 5. I mean, if you figure Derrick Rose is not a true point guard, for one. He's a shooting guard. Then you got Chris Paul.
Oh, he's the starting point guard for the Chicago
We're
Bulls.
talking about strictly point guard. Jeremy Lin can pass it. He breaks down the defense. He plays defense.
Bro,
he get the other team, he get his other players into the game. I mean,
Bro,
that's what
now
point guard is.
now we're talking preference, bro. His position is point guard. He is the starting point guard for Chicago Bulls, and he is reigning MVP.
Okay, name the top 5.
I'm waiting for this. I want to hear this. I'm going to name you my top 5.
Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo, Deron Williams, and Tony Parker.
Okay.
Top 5.
Only 3 good point
That's
guards.
not bad. I like that one.
I mean, that's cool, but the best point guard in the league is Chris Paul. It's not even a debate. He's the best. He makes everybody around him. He gets easy shots for guys. Derrick Rose is just a basketball player. Number 2, I still got to put Steve Nash in there because he does a lot of phenomenal things still to this day.
Right,
Tony Parker, 3-time NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP. What, they're on a 9-game winning streak right now, the San Antonio Spurs?
Yeah, no coverage
Definitely.
on that. Nobody talking
Right,
about that.
no one talks about that.
Man, ain't no way he top 5, man. I'm not buying that. No. There's no way you going to come in for 7 games and jump ahead of Chris Paul, Deron Williams, Tony Parker. Who else we forgetting? Who else we forgetting, guys? I know I'm forgetting somebody. Definitely not Rondo. Top 5, no. Matter of fact, he's not even top 10. This guy is a system guy. To me, in order for you to be top 5 in my book, me personally, you have to be a guy that can go to any team and transcend that team in the W's. And he hadn't did that because he got cut the last 2 times. He's not top 5.
Shop talk, sugar shop talk. What's going on? What's the shop talk? Shop talk, sugar shop talk. Shop talk, sugar shop talk. What's going on?
Regardless, long term, Jeremy Lin, he'll be a solid role player, but he won't be a star. Not long term anyway.
Jeremy Lin has scored the most points out of anybody in the league in their first couple of starts. How many ever starts it has been. So long term, I see Jeremy Lin doing a good job.
You can book it. He will start in the NBA All-Star game next year. He will lead the All-Star in votes next year. Guaranteed.
Guarantee. I guarantee that. Yeah. 5 years, Jeremy Lin, premier point guard. I give him.
That's 'cause
he be
it's-
in the top 3.
Because there's 2 billion people in China.
That has nothing to do with it.
Back to the
No, it's the eye test. Kobe,
Man, that's why he'll start.
man,
That's
look,
why. That's why Yao Ming started.
the kid can play. Bottom line, he can play.
not
And you
taking
know
that
what?
away from
Forget
him.
the race about it. If he continue to put the performance up that he's doing right now, dude, and he's from Asia, and guess what? They go put it all together.
The story better.
Let's go.
And 5 years, we say 5 years. Next year, he will have a 5-year contract, probably worth about $40 million. Yes, I said that, about $40 million.
I agree with you on that. I won't argue that. I agree with you.
So
I agree
5
with
years now, he'd be a millionaire still.
Long term, Jeremy Lin, his whole future, to me, depends on Mike D'Antoni. If Mike D'Antoni stays with the New York Knicks, Jeremy Lin will be a guy who sticks around. If he doesn't, he's going to go and just be an average NBA player and will be coming off the bench for somebody, maybe on somebody's championship team, but he's a system guy. So I don't see him being that good. That's just me.
Sugar shop talk. What's going on? What's the shop talk? What's going on? What's the shop talk? Shop talk. Sugar shop talk.
All right.
Shop talk. Sugar shop talk. What's going on? What's the shop talk? What's going on?
What's up, man?
What's up,
man,
T?
hey, you've been in the league for 17 years, premier point guard. What's your take on Jeremy Lin?
I think he's solid. You know, I think what people don't realize, you know, everybody looking at it as a phenomenon, it's something that just happened, but the kid got better. That's the fact.
Okay.
You know, the kid got an opportunity, played 1 year, didn't really play much, bounced around, and he got better. And when his opportunity came, he seized it.
So is he in the top 5 point guard?
No, you
Right now?
can't say that. You can't say that. He's only played 10 games. I mean, how can you say he's in the top 5 if he's only played 10 games? You got to play more than 10 games to.
I mean, what he's doing for New York right now, I mean, you know, they looking at him as a phenom. He's doing a lot for New York. They winning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's scoring a lot, assists. I mean, his turnovers is, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of high. But the thing is, he's a true point guard, and the way they taking is that he's the #1 point guard in the league right now.
Well, I don't know who's saying that, but I wouldn't go that far. You know what I mean? He's doing a great job right now.
Okay.
And he's playing in a system that's conducive to a point guard being able to flourish. You know, he's able to make mistakes and still live through because he's young, which is I think is the right way to bring up a point guard. You let him make mistakes and you let him grow.
Right.
But
So do we have that Tebow factor?
Of course, it's something different. You know, whenever there's something different that's successful, then everybody jumps up and goes, wow. You know, and that's part of it. You know, but the fact of the matter is, you know, time will tell how good he really is. I think he's solid, and I think he can be a starter, but I'm not putting him in the top of anything right now.
Coming up on Shop Talk, slugger Prince Fielder signed a $214 million contract with the Detroit Tigers in the offseason. Will that make brothers go to the ballpark this summer? We'll debate it next on Shop Talk.
This is Shop Talk.
Sugar Shop Talk. Shop Talk. Sugar Shop Talk.
We got the new Prince in town, man. I can't wait to go to the Tigers game, man. I can't wait till April to watch Prince hit a 500-foot home run, man. I'm ecstatic about baseball season. I don't even care that he's making $214 million. I think he's worth every penny.
Are y'all gonna win the World Series this year?
Nah, that's a different story. Nah, really, because our pitching is so bad, but I don't care about that, man. As a fan, I want to see Prince hit bombs, man. Ultimately, I want to win, but I want to see Prince, man. We've never had a home run hitter like this in our city. We got like an Albert Pujols, Barry Bonds kind of guy to where his dad played here. We got a guy who's going to hit home runs.
I got Prince. I got the Tigers winning it this year. I'm going to the game because of Prince Fielder. I want to see what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take my kids. We're going to eat hot dogs and all that stuff. But one thing, though, Prince have to do is get back in touch with his father. That's it.
What that got to do with anything?
What you
As
mean?
long as he hitting home runs, what does that have to do with the cost he in China? You're kidding.
Everybody seen Prince Fielder win. When Celso Fielder put his son on the Tigers field and let him hit home runs. That's the only time. That's when you seen Prince Fielder.
No, it wasn't. I just seen him last year in the NLCS.
Here, man. He had to give thanks to his father, man. His father put him on the field. You seen that young boy out there with his father hitting home runs. So all I'm saying is I'm coming to the Tiger Stadium, Core America. I'm going to see Prince Fielder, but he got to get back in touch with
I feel you on that, but listen, Prince Fielder, just the atmosphere with him being with the Tigers lets you know that the Illich family is spending money to try to win a World Series like they did with the Red Wings. And to me, in sports, you have to spend money to win championships.
I agree with that.
And with Prince Fielder, you giving them a legitimate chance. They went to the ALCS last year. They lost in 6 games. Maybe they feel they can win 2 more games to get to the World Series, and maybe they can close the deal this year.
And they was missing the big
and they have the big hitter.
But let me say this though. I'm the ultimate Detroit fan. But,
we know.
Right, I'm Detroit for life, but sometimes it's a addition by subtraction, and I think by moving Brandon Inge from over there to third, defensively that's going to be a big liability because McGregor Cabrera, even though he's lost 15 pounds, that's going to hurt us. Yeah, we're going to add more points and score more, but we're going to have on his defense.
Yo, T, man, that was real, man, what you said about his dad and stuff, man. If it wasn't for him, he wouldn't be here today. And that's why he's a big key part to Detroit Tigers. We're going to go all the way with him this year. So,
yeah, I second that, man. You know, his pops was there for him, man, right in this corner, man, when he needed it. And now, Prince should be in this corner too, just as well, man. At least bring Celso Fielder down to the Core America, man. Something, man, because, me being a dad myself, man, my son, my son is not in, in agreements, man. I got to work that out some way or another. True. I'm hurt. So I'm going to go check out Prince, but I'm hurt to know that I came up seeing, only reason I seen Celso Fielder because of Prince Fielder because of Celso Fielder, man. So they got to work that out.
Family,
definitely got to work that out.
I agree with you with that. I didn't grow up in a household with my biological father. I grew up in my stepfather, but it was great. I was great that I had a father around. And a lot of kids, especially young black men, do not have their fathers around, and that's missing in the black community. It would be nice to see, because if you notice how Prince was embracing his children at the podium with Mike Illich, and he spoke about his dad, but if he can really touch on that, I think it'd be great for the city of Detroit, and I think it'd be a healing process with his family, but I'm not the one to judge on what's going on inside because we're not there, so we really don't know. So we kind of out of place to say if he do not talk to his father.
Place, fellas. We don't know what the ins and outs of Cecil and Prince's relationship is, and the reality of it is sometimes as fans we try to cross over into athletes' life and too personal. So really, I don't care about that. My thing is Prince show up to the field, hit home runs, and we win. That's my thing.
Just win, baby.
Just win.
Well, my thing is, come on now. Prince Fielder cannot really be that happy being here in Detroit knowing all the hoopla surrounding him between him and his father, he's not gonna be happy out there.
Well, no. You may.
He gonna have to bring that together.
Well,
It's two things.
Well, let me tell you one thing, though.
He either want to stick it to his father.
Really, honestly, the reason why he is here is because when he was a child, he had that great relationship with Mike Ilitch. He said that was one of the biggest things besides $214 million. But still, his dad.
Do you really believe that, though, Jack?
Huh?
Seriously.
What?
Come on, that he really came back because of Mike Ilitch.
Yeah,
Either
I can believe that.
It's two ways.
I can believe that.
It's two ways. Either he want to stick it to his dad and say, I'm better than you, or him and his father quietly behind closed doors trying to mend some things, and they paid him.
I think
14 million reasons why he came back.
Come on.
No, I really think it was a situation where he was close with the owner and the city, and he felt comfortable, man. I really believe that. So I got a question for y'all. As far as today's baseball game, how they say that a lot of Hispanics and so forth are taking over the game, we don't have too many African-American home run hitters. Where do you think Prince Fielder ranks as far as maybe compared to a Barry Bonds and Prince Fielder or a Ken Griffey Jr.? Do you have him in that class, or do you think this guy is on that level?
No. Albert Bell type home run hitter. David Ortiz, but he's not black and anything like that. But I'm saying he's not Barry Bonds. No one is Barry Bonds in the history of baseball. But I think he can get you 40 home runs this year in that ballpark.
Yeah,
and that's going to be tough.
Cheating too, though. we got to remember Barry was cheating.
The eye test. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, come on, man. You know when Barry was
but Prince Fielder he's going to be up there with Barry Bonds, because I ain't going to say he's going to surpass Barry Bonds, but he's going to be right there. When you think of great baseball home run hitter, black baseball, Prince Fielder be one of them.
All honestly, all those sad fellas. When I think of Barry Bonds and Prince Fielder, I don't see them in the same class from the standpoint. Barry Bonds, before he started hitting home runs, was a guy who routinely hit 320, 330, sometimes 340.
His slugging percentage never changed.
I think he's much more of a hitter. He's much more of a threat. His slugging percentage. Prince Fielder, you asked him at a good point. Albert Bell. That's who I see him as. An Albert Bell guy who's going to get you 280, 290, but Barry Bonds, no.
And you got to remember, Barry Bonds hit 50 home runs in one season. Went over 50 one time when he hit 73 home runs.
But he was cheating, so that don't count.
Well.
Don't forget, for the best sports debate talk on TV, join Skip Bayless and crew on First Take, weekday mornings at 10 a.m. on ESPN2, and then join us for the Fans Take on Shop Talk, afternoons on ESPN2.
This is Shop Talk.